Good afternoon, gamers. My name is KarQ. We have a very important article that the Overwatch team has released. They're going to be talking about map voting. And why aren't you guys voting for Atlas, by the way, for Flashpoint? Haven't been able to play that one. And they're also going to be covering a hero statistics page that shows true win rates. And they're going to be mentioning advanced data stuff on the game itself, which is what I've been suggesting for a long time. Let's take a look at what they actually said in the article here. Director's Take, The More You Know by Alec Dawson. It is currently Friday, August 1st, 2025. Alec says, "Hey everyone, I'm back with another philosophically flavored director's take that tackles an important set of goals we're trying to accomplish on the Overwatch team. More transparency, more information, and more power to you. Map voting is an excellent example of these goals in action. We regularly hear from more vocal players about their personal experiences, which can then lead other players to believe that's the reality for everyone." Wait, I feel like this is kind of shade to some streamers or some influencers in the space. So here's the truth. At competitive ranks above Masters 5, Control is the most popular mode, followed by Flashpoint and then Push. Really? Wow. But when you look at ranks below Masters 5, where most players statistically spend their time, I love how there's a link here. What is this referencing? Oh, the Matchmaking 101 article from a few weeks ago that I ended up missing because I was on vacation. Well, anyways, when you look at ranks below Masters 5, Hybrid is the most played mode and Flashpoint is the least selected mode. So here's a graph showing the average map vote scores here. So if you're below Masters, it is weighted at a 2.4 for Control, but above Masters, people love it at 2.4, relatively speaking, when you add all the numbers up here. For Masters and above, people will enjoy like Nepal, Lijiang Tower, etc., etc. And high ranks also enjoy Flashpoint because it kind of feels like Control Light, right? And it seems like a lot of the top players dislike Escort. And then when you think about it, what maps are Escort that they probably vote against? Probably Junkertown, Havana, Dorado. They try to avoid those maps like the plague, right? Makes sense for the most part. So Alec does say here, so if you're in Silver and you're convinced you're always playing hybrid maps and your friend is in Masters and you're convinced they rarely see hybrid maps, you'd both be correct based on the reality built by your personal Overwatch environment. That environment creates a reality around you that's entirely factual, at least from where you're standing. This is something we often consider when implementing improvements and changes to Overwatch. Some changes like balance tuning might feel odd if you aren't in the rank threshold we are targeting with a specific adjustment. With that in mind, we've been thinking about what we can do to broaden your perspective. Next subheading says learning and discovery. I might be aging myself here, but do you remember when all the answers to a brand new video game weren't instantly accessible? When I used to go to local fighting game tournaments and someone whipped out a new combo, we'd all learn it in real time as a community and add it to our repertoire. Okay, you're totally aging yourself here. Alec Dawson, the associate game director, is a Blanca player and he's like 33, 34. He's around my age. We talked about it. I'm 32. He plays fighting games. I play fighting games. So he's saying when he gets hit with a crazy Ryu combo in Street Fighter 2, he learned it in real time and saw it in real time because there was no YouTube back then. There was no way to easily access information to see it. You'd have to figure it out on the spot, learn something cool from your cousin or see something in real life and experience it. It wasn't documented and shared broadly so quickly. So that being said, Alex says things have changed over the years, but as designers, we still like to chase that experience through deep discovery windows. Think of discovery windows as the amount of time it takes for players to quote unquote figure out the best way to handle big changes like perks or new heroes. It's that time where everyone is learning together and things aren't min-maxed yet. Things can feel a little messy, but that's part of what makes discovery windows special. The discovery window is my personal favorite time in games. Everyone throws theories and ideas to the wall to see what sticks, and experimentation leads to innovation that can even surprise and inspire our team. Now, social media can be a double-edged sword when it comes to discovery windows. Nothing brings a community together more than working through the same puzzle, quote unquote, and trying new strategies with friends and teammates. So the conversation after an impactful update is always amazing to see. On the other hand, there always seems to be a race to crack the code of a new patch, and many people market their solution as the best option. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's reasonable for people to seriously consider what they're playing and how to maximize their success, but there's an innate risk of cutting your own discovery window and the joy of that process when you simply accept answers handed to you instead of seeking your own solutions. When information is available to everyone equally, the opportunity to make your own judgments is also distributed equally. He's basically saying stop waiting for influencers to make the opinions for you. You see it all the time when with other influencers, maybe not so much in Overwatch, but I follow some other games, and whenever I see like a community figurehead post their opinion piece or they read a blog article like this, top comments are like, "Thank you so-and-so influencer for forming my opinion for me," because People don't know how to think for themselves. They wait for somebody else to be like, yeah, this is trash, or this is good, this is bad, this is good. I also encourage you guys not to like take what an influencer says at face value. Take what they're saying into consideration, but truly form your own opinion by taking theirs and others' opinions and your own. Experience it yourself before making your own judgment on a current patch or a current change or state of the game, etc., etc. Now, in the Overwatch context, you saw it a lot with like PvE. There's a lot of people complaining about, you know, rightfully so, like people were forming their own opinions, and then they saw like the outrage on, you know, all that stuff being not good, bad, etc., etc., and then people come and ask me and they're like, why aren't you mad or outraged? And for me personally, I was like, honestly, I never gave a shit about PvE. I always enjoyed the PvP aspect, so I didn't care. I didn't other people make the opinion that the whole PvE missions and stuff were bad. I played it myself and I thought they were mediocre, but I literally just like was like, okay, thanks for sharing your opinion, let me go try it myself. And I tried it and I'm like, eh. And I think it happened again recently. People were asking me about how I felt about Atlas, the new Flashpoint map, and I didn't lie. I literally said I played it once. So like, how can I have a strong opinion on whether it's good or bad when I've only played it once or twice? I can't. I'm not letting somebody else tell me it's bad, so I agree that it's bad, etc. with long choke points or like tight corridors or whatever. I don't actually know because I haven't played it. This is all Alec leading up to the next section called Armed with Truth. Offering you more real-time information about Overwatch may risk cutting that discovery window on our end, but our team is willing to take that risk in hopes that providing more visibility leads to a deeper understanding of what we do and why we do it. Is there a way to do that by making the discovery window easier to navigate? We think so. So there's an upcoming website we've been working on with the Battle.net team called Hero Stats that will also offer information many of you have been fiending for. Win rates, pick rates, and other deep dive data will soon be available for everyone to analyze, and we can't wait to see what the community does with all these beautiful numbers. Here's a sneak peek from the team with a placeholder without any actual real data. Oh, a hero statistics page. Data displayed is not actual game data, it's demonstration purposes only, once again. So truly, Orisa doesn't have a 52% win rate and Lucio doesn't have 44. But now you can filter by role, game mode, map, region, input, mouse and keyboard, or controller. So true data, so people can actually form their true opinions. This is not Overbuff or any of those fan websites that already had a similar model to this, but they would only scrape data from public Battle.net profiles. This will be true data offered by Blizzard. And I want to say they may have been inspired by Marvel Rivals because I know they release their pick rates and like stats page after every season or mid-season at the end to show how people were performing. That probably inspired them, maybe, maybe not. Don't let me also tell you that like this is a true statement that they were inspired by it. Seems likely, but you can't even say it definitively. But regardless, this is good that they're actually finally putting this out. In addition to being able to source data online, we're also keen on giving you more information inside Overwatch. We don't want to give too many Season 18 spoilers away, but one feature we think you'll be really excited about is the Advanced Info panel. If you ever wondered about the fall-off range of Cassidy's weapon, or the exact amount of headshot damage Hanzo's Stormbow does, you'll soon be able to find that out without leaving the game client. Our next developer update will have all the details. Oh my god, fall-off range and true damage in the game client? It's almost as if I suggested this exact same thing a year or 2 years ago at this point. Pull up the clip. Add an advanced hero summary section on your hero info page. On PC, you can press F1, or on console, you press your ultimate button, and then this basic, simple hero summary page comes out to explain what everything does, which is great for new players, not too overwhelming, and good for learning. But adding an advanced page which gives you precise numbers like fall off range, AoE radius of abilities, bullet projectile size. This is all information that the community has put together by doing their own testing and reverse engineering. But if you baked it into the game itself, it would allow it to dynamically change from patch to patch. The new patch hits, I can literally see the new bullet size or the new fall off range right there. Now, I don't want to say Blizzard listened to me specifically, but like I've been suggesting it along with many people, and maybe my voice helped amplify it on the video. I may or may not have told them in person about this many times because it helps me so much as a content creator, doing Mythbusters and doing stuff to actually test numbers and show true stuff in the game. This has been begged for by workshoppers and everyone alike, so I'm glad this is finally coming in. Next, as a bonus, seeing the same concrete data our development team uses may help you better understand balance changes and tuning that might not directly apply to your personal Overwatch environment. Remember, data isn't the only thing we base balance balance changes on. That would be a combination of intuition, feedback, and data. But this should help to understand what the data looks like when those decisions are made. Our goal is to keep Overwatch approachable and easy to pick up for new players, but that doesn't mean those who crave more complex information can't have that option. The team and I believe that you're better off having the information put in front of you so you can choose how you want to use it to broaden your perspectives, increase your personal knowledge, and level up your own Overwatch experience. Thanks for reading, good game, and remember to endorse your tanks and your supports. Thank you very much. All right, good article. Glad this stuff is finally coming out. I'm gonna leave it to you guys in the comments. What do you guys think about today's blog? Let me know. See you guys next time.